Morning, everyone. Good morning from Jamaica, where you're watching from in the world. This is yours truly, Shan Zenzen, and you're watching Shan Zenzen Jamaican Vibes. Welcome back to another program. Well, another live stream. Um, Here, just giving God thanks for life. I just want to say thanks to the Almighty for giving me and giving us another day. So, us being everybody who is alive, who have breath and is above, walking above our grave this morning. And this morning, I have so many things that I want to talk about, but I'm going to wait until more persons come on the live stream. Good morning, Jay. Yeah, hi. So I see 18 persons on the live stream. So I'm not going to leave you all boring. I'm going to begin. One of the things that I really want to speak about is mental health because again and again I bring up the topic and then I kind of push it aside. But it's very important to speak about it, especially for me because like I there was somebody who reached out before I get into it. There was somebody who reached out to me and said, Shan, you shouldn't speak about stuff like mental health, your mental health, and in an open space like social media, like online. Those things should be kept to yourself. But I speak about it not for my own self. Of course, it helps to talk about stuff like this, but for others who may be having similar challenges or suffering from mental health issues as well, I think it's important for them to be able to find spaces like this to be able to speak about how they're feeling freely and um, perhaps give advice or seek advice or lift up somebody who may be struggling. So this is what I want to do. This is why I want to speak about this part first, then I get into some other, you know, aspects like some persons on the program that are recently featured, and I want to give you guys some updates as well. Good morning, Beth Chambers, and good morning, Esme Rickett. Okay. I think Bev Chambers is watching here in JA, but I think Miss Esme is in Florida. Correct me if I'm wrong. And is J Miss Jeannie in Brooklyn? I think so. Yeah, so back to the point at hand. Um, I think some of the times people see me as being um, inferior or like I'm a superwoman and you know, and people seem to have the idea that things are always going smooth and things. And that even running a program as small as this is easy, but it's not. And it does take a toll on mentally, physically. Now I'm talking about physical, the mental part, the mental health part of it. Because if you are constantly always going at it, always doing something, always uh, trying to uh, save somebody else, and you're not thinking about yourself, it's going to take a toll on your mental health when everything comes crashing down. And good morning, Doreen. How are you? Okay, Miss G. Yes, I figured. Good morning, Roslyn. So yes, it does take a toll on you mentally. And um there are times, like most of the times, what I do is just go straight through. I just keep going, and don't take any break. And that's when it really comes crashing down. Um, I don't know. Some people might think I'm not really doing anything on the program, or it doesn't might seem to some people like right now that I'm not doing anything on the program. But I'm doing stuff. It's just that you're not seeing, because sometimes even just the recording of things just I can't manage. So I just do what I have to do. When people reach out, I just do what I have to do. Or when people come to my house, I just do what I have to do. But I don't necessarily put it out there so you guys don't see every single aspect of every single moment of my day, or my week or my month. But I I do a lot of stuff, and then there's sometimes when I record some videos and I'll have them for y'all weeks and I don't post them, because even up to a month, even up to a month, because I'm just like the mental aspect of the editing and everything. I just can't do it. And from I think it was in 2003 when I got really sick. When I got really sick, I got sick so bad from over exhaustion and just not getting enough rest, that I had to, not that I had to, but I could not move. I could not do anything like physically. I couldn't get up out of the bed. I couldn't cook. I couldn't wash the dishes. I couldn't help my daughter get ready for school. I could not do anything because my body did just go in an overdrive, and I got, oh, okay. I just heard the message, and I just could not do anything more. And one of few persons said to me, Shan, when your body tell you to rest, you have to just rest. You cannot keep going. Because if you don't rest at one point, you're gonna just break. The body are gonna just turn off itself. Turn the switch, are gonna just turn off, and you can't go turn it on. Or it's going to be difficult for you to restart, because you put all of your energy is drained. You know when one battery dead? If you not get one brand new battery, it don't make no sense. And then sometimes getting that brand new battery takes time. So um, I took that advice, but still there are times when we go, I'm not gonna lie, guys, when my body going to overdrive, and me just feel like me have the pills, my vitamins, and it's right there in front of me. I literally cannot get up to go and take it. Just to open the bottle and put it in my mouth and drink some water and take. That's how exhausted I am at times. So what happened now? This is where hubby comes in. So what he does every single morning now is to, because he had that issue too, because believe it or not, his body is also tired. Because sometimes we do some driving, guys. I mean, he because of him do most of the driving, and sometimes I'm telling you, we go to some far places, and then driving to the place is one, but driving back is another. And sometimes when we get home and himself comes home, and have to go and have to spray the time, or have to do something, and he is so tired. So he was also suffering from exhaustion. And sometimes he don't remember the taking the vitamins and stuff. But of recently, when he gets up in the morning, he's the one who is like, here, after me eat my breakfast, here, take this pill and drink this water. Or these pills, guys, from the charcoal to everything. I think Miss Jeannie is the one who actually gave me that charcoal. But everything, all of the vitamins, he's like, take it, take it, take it. And I found out then that since I've been doing it consistently, probably for the last 2.5 to 3 weeks, my body feel a little better. Because believe it or not, a couple weeks ago when I was out distributing food, the rain, the rain fall, and rain was falling, and I didn't have any umbrella, and it was squall down. It it made me sick. Hold on, let me touch the screen. Yeah, it made me sick, and I felt like The little rain, I don't think it was just the rain. Sometimes when time is God do some things just to make us sit down a little. Well, I think that was it. The little squall down made me sick. But then after I got sick, I realized that I really did need to rest and me did kind of tired and did need to cool down a little. So I think that's what happened. Good morning, Petrine, for the. All right, so I'm gonna read what Mr. Reed. Okay, so allowing your body to go into overdrive. Yeah, and I think that's what happened to me in 2023. Nobody couldn't tell me that I never nervous breakdown because everything that was happening to me was not just the fact that my iron was low, but I say it had a lot to do with my nerves. The trembling, the waking up, the like waking up frightened, like my heart racing, and like I'm out of breath. Sometimes I'll be lying down and sleeping and like be a 5 minutes and then we get up. Can't like I'm breathless and my body just nervous, the constant shaking non-stop. My body feels sometimes like it just a vibrate. I know that I was having a nervous breakdown. It wasn't a question. I mean no say that to that one. But I thank God that I got over that. I don't ever want to get back so sick again. So you see, anytime me I do anything, I may feel like them if you stop, feel little, may I stop, and I don't like if you somebody out there donated something and they want to see that it's delivered and it's not done and they're upset about it. I'm sorry, if my body tell me say relax, I am going to relax because I'm not going back to that stage. I don't want ever go back to that stage because that was the worst feeling. I literally feel like me dog dead. How many nights me wake up and then how be I feel try calm me down because it's like I wake up frightened and I like my breath like this the final breath me having on my body and I had to get muscle relaxers. I had to take sleeping pill one at a time because me did I would sleep and wake up every 5 minutes. And then I would be in the bed, cannot sleep, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, me can't sleep none at all until probably after my daughter go to school. Then I would get like 5, 10 minutes, wake up frightened again. So yeah, I know what it's like. So I don't ever want to go back there. But the other day, me did almost feel a little like I was going back there after the back to school and everything. I kind of felt somewhat like that. Yeah, but we just stop and take a break and I felt a little better. And that's why I took so long to post some of the videos. I still have videos. We still have probably 5, 6 videos to post. That's why sometimes you see the videos posting back to back to back because them just store up. So I think I have like probably 5, 6 videos to post. I'm gonna post one today because that one is already edited. The rest of them not edited. So yeah. CWM form. Hi. But since things been slowing down a little bit with the program, um, I am going to in a few do some little different stuff like CW farm in the building right now, and I'm going to be doing a little more farming video. I'm going to speak to some more farmers. And there's a farmer that is highly requested for a follow-up or a part two. So I'm going to do a part two with that farmer. And I'm just going to do different type of videos, just highlighting some places in St. Elizabeth that you guys probably didn't know of and stuff like that, until things pick back up the program. I think that's what I'm going to. But of course, some me still have to check for persons like Miss Erica and Archie because those two elderly persons, them two there is a couple more now, but you see those two very, very, very dear to my heart. So I'm always, 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 no matter what I'm doing, going to make time for them. Even though you guys know that Archie is like hours away from where I live, hours away, but I still will check on Archie. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to share with you guys what happened with me, and then to tell or encourage somebody out there that anytime you feel like you stop and rest. Because trust me, you see when your body break, it's going to take, and it took a long time for me to get back to even 80%. It took a long time because my body did just totally drain. The battery did run down totally. I put it in a sun a little bit, couldn't get it back up. It just did run right down. It took a long time for my body to come back to a place where I could say, even it's even 80%. Months may I tell us that it takes to reach back even 80% of the 100% that it. So I'm telling you, if you feel like you can't go no further, if you feel like if you're working whatever job you're in and you're tired and you work overworking, if you're doing 2 or 3 jobs, drop one of them because trust me, when your body starts go into that overdrive phase and it start telling you, say, look here, you can't go no further, no, you can't take one step further. You have to just stop, and it's going to take a long time for your body come back. You have to go do a lot for your body come back. So I can tell you from experience, don't overwork yourself. Don't overwork yourself. All right, so yes, Doreen. All right, so now we'll go back to the program now. Um, the other day I featured Peter again the program, and a lot of you had a lot of questions, and a lot of person had a lot to say as well. I saw someone comment in the comment section and said something like, "Oh, you love listening to people. Did you speak to the man yourself?" Ah, let me tell you something. Me not put out nothing out there without facts, you know. Me make sure so me have the facts. And this is what I want to tell that person is that it almost, I can almost say it came out of the horse's mouth. You hear? Because I don't want to anybody go hear this and then go bring back and get depicted them in any trouble, you know. But it's coming from the said yard, most of what I told you. Mr. Graham is what me can say about him now. It's almost, I don't know if you guys ever see, but it's almost like when I was going there and I was going there constantly, it's almost like him feels like I owed him something. Like every time, if I'm not giving him money upfront, I realize even after I stop recording, he has an attitude, you know. And when I went to the school and the teacher told me that, and the principal told me that the little boy not going to school, even when I was giving him the money, now go to school more than 1 or 2 times out of the week, and I confronted him. It almost like he want to cuss me. And tell me say for him pick me and when to do. No, almost. That's basically what he wanted. He didn't curse or anything like that. It's almost it is what he said. Probably not in the exact word that I said, but that's what he's saying. Yes, he was saying basically. Um, the excuses about car key and I'm buying the car key, them and he still have excuses. And then yeah, what he did. So when I was saying that he actually take the things and throw in the toilet, when me I tell you say, I know what I'm speaking about and I'm speaking fact, it'll come out of the very said yard and neighbors. So it's not that is when me bring it, they say in particularly, you know, but people will bring him things, rice, flour, oil, sugar, whatever, and him take it and throw it in the toilet. And it's fact. No, I want to get back to the matter at hand, Peter Gay, because people asking, oh, who is Peter Gay's baby father? That is not of importance right now because it already gone bad. And I remember, I don't know if you guys remember when I took her to the clinic. At that time, she had gotten an injection, but it was a 6 month injection. And for some reason, I don't know, I just did not remember that the time had passed so long. It was so long. And so, because we know she was very vulnerable and, you know, stuff can happen to her because she's so vulnerable. And I didn't want it to happen, but it did. And there are many, many things out there as it pertains to how she got pregnant and who got her pregnant and some of the speculations them out there they cannot even be spoken about on YouTube. But I just want to say that the social worker, because there are social cases, and the social worker who is responsible for them or who have the case knows about all of the allegations and everything, every allegation. She knows about everything. But the point that they have is that she is over 18 because Peter Gay is 19. She's gonna be 20. So the point that they keep making is that she's over 18, and because she's over 18, um, I don't know. It's like there's not much they basically say there's not much they can do. I remember even an instant where I got a recording of something, a voice recording that is, and I sent it to the social worker. And the social worker told me that she would get the authorities on it because this cannot go on. This is wrong and this can't happen. And she's going to get the authorities on it. And when I question about it, all I heard is that the authorities went and investigate and nothing else. All right. So as it pertains to the baby now, because I know a lot of people have questions about that part of it. What happened to the baby? Where is the baby? The baby is in the government care. There were several attempts for the family members to um, take the baby or take in the baby because they had first preference, and the second preference would have been the first preference would have been the mother's immediate family, which would that be her mother or her sisters, because she have two big sisters, or if she had an aunt or whatever. So they were given that opportunity. The baby was in the hospital before the baby went into government care. The baby was basically just in the hospital, staying in the hospital until CDA and the rest of authorities came and they had a court date. The first court date, no family member showed up. Peter Gay didn't show up. Nothing happened. So they made a second court date. But prior to that, within that 3 month span that they had the baby, they were always reaching out to the family, trying to get the mother, trying to get the sister to take the baby before it even had to go to the court. So they were trying. And um they nobody nobody came forward. The only time when Peter Gay saw the baby was one time when the baby was little. The lady in Mandeville that she always stay with from Canada whenever she's here, she took her to see the baby, and then I took her 2 times to see the baby, and I can tell you, them time that when we bring Peter Gay to visit the baby, the first time when we bring Peter Gay to visit the baby, I can tell you that is the most sane I've ever seen her. She looked nurturing. She looked like she understood how to care for her baby. And she was there. She had the baby. Well, the nurse tell her to take up the baby, and she took up the baby. She understand how to hold the baby. and she was there. She hold up the baby like this, and she was kissing up the baby and talking to the baby and telling the baby, "This is mommy." And and then she showed me the baby and I asked me if the baby pretty and I tell me to say the baby pretty. And then she was like, "Oh, me not like the baby mouth." So I said, "No, no, the baby mouth here. Me not like the baby mouth because it's favor for daddy." I say I laugh so much. And then and then I tell you, even when she was about to leave, she said, "Me miss my baby already." And it was so touching, so touching. And when she hold up the baby, the first thing the baby do was going to the breast, going to the breast, but she never had any milk. But they allowed her to back to feed the baby. That was the 3 month span when the baby was in the hospital. The first 3 months. Then I think it was like the fourth month or fifth month. I think it was about 5 months then. When they had the first court date. So mind you, she said every time our sister said she had come to bring her to see the baby, they never bring her. So it's only when I brought her and the other lady before. And whenever I call and say I'm going to come and visit with Peter K, um, they said okay, I could come, and then they'll tell me bring diapers and bring wipes or bring this and bring that, and I always bring it, always. So yeah, and then as I said, after the two court dates, nobody showed up. So the government decided to take the baby. So the baby is in a government facility. And I also, let me go back, I also left out one part where they went to visit the home because you have to do a home visit to inspect and see, because it was clear to them that, she had mental issues. And they had to go in with the health inspectors and stuff. And when they went in, they realized that um, the house was not in no condition for a baby to live there. And not just that, but she didn't have any help at home. So nobody was there to show her how to do certain things or teach her how to do certain things. So if she had help at home, then they would have let the baby with her. But when they reached out to the mother first, the social worker told me that the mother said she no want no picnic, she no want no picnic, she fi gateway. She can't manage no picnic. That's what Peter Gay's mother said. That's what the social worker told me. Not my words, the social worker words. That she said she no want no picnic, she can't manage no picnic gateway. So the social worker was constantly trying to reach out to the sister. I think one in particular that probably would have kind of been in a better position to keep the baby, but then she didn't turn up to court or anything. So eventually, yeah, the government had to take the baby. But no, she is not allowed because even when I questioned to find out where the baby was, the social worker telling me she is not sure. She can only say that the baby is at a government facility. Because even myself, I would, want to go and take some stuff for the baby, but they don't want to share that with me. And even before that, there were two couples who reached out to me, but one of them got the preference. A family reach out and they got the preference um, to get the baby then. They would have fostered the baby, but the social worker lead them on because she kept telling the lady like, everything was okay. We just need to know that there's nobody from the family. Like that, if we just need to wait to see if somebody from the family will come forward or will be willing to keep the baby or stay with the baby. But nobody came forward, and the family thought they would have gotten the baby because they were already in the foster care system. They sent somebody to visit the home and they said everything was okay and all right. So here I was very happy thinking that this family would have gotten the baby, then Peter Gay would have been able to visit the baby because the family said that, once them have the baby, then they would have allowed whenever she wants to come, if it's every week, every 2 weeks, they will could go down and visit the baby. Right? And take Peter again. Peter again would have still gotten a chance to bond with the baby and stuff like that. But they didn't give that family the baby. The social worker said to me when I called and I said, but um, you had us stringing us on thinking that, this baby would have been fostered by that family. And she said, oh, they said that they're not sure if she can still try, but they're not sure she would get that particular baby. Maybe it's a different baby, and she would have to go. She like because we basically was trying to get it done in a way where you know if you do, the 1, 2, 3 government step. It would just be 1, 2, but never happened that way. And I guess the family just lost interest because they were happy. They bought baby stuff thinking that this baby was going to come home to them, and because there is somebody who has been watching, has been following my program, know Peter Gay and her father, the story, they wanted to be a part of helping, but that wasn't the way it worked out. I was very very disappointed because I wanted her to be able to visit and see the baby and stuff like that, but it didn't work out that way, guys. It didn't work out that way. And I know it's affecting her even before when the baby was in the hospital and I was to take her, but I didn't get to take her. As a matter of fact, I went twice and she was not there, so I didn't get to take her. And then the third time, something happened that week when I was available. She was available, but I was not available. So I didn't get to go. And she called me one day and she was crying and said, she can't eat, she can't sleep, and her head not a patter. A few words, this is what she said. She said, me can't eat and me can't sleep and my head just a hot me. Me just miss my baby. Me just want to see my baby. And I was like, oh my God. Because no matter how people have their mental issues and stuff like that, God made all of us with that feeling of love or needing love or giving, wanting to give love. So she just wanted to see her baby and give her baby love and hug up her baby. I'm telling you, it was very 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 touching when she said that. And then the next week I took her, and when she see that baby, trust me, she didn't want to leave. She didn't want to leave. Yeah, I tell you, when she took up the baby and she was there and playing with the baby, the nurse them just stand up, so one of the nurse, like literally I want to start run out her. She just stand up and look and and she said, and some other nurse came in and them say, them and ask like, the other nurse if I them give her the baby, like take up the baby and put in her hand. She said no. She took up the baby. She know exactly what to do. She took up the baby and she hold the baby correctly. She do everything what she's supposed to do. And they were like, wow, wow. So with if her mother was willing, was the type of mother who was nurturing like that or willing to help her, assist her, show her certain things, yeah, they would have, you know, well, the mother would have to keep the baby and then she would have to go by. But Peter Gacy, her mother said she don't want nothing to do with her. And she said she asked her what makes she hate her and she don't tell her. So it's one of those sad situations. And it's a very difficult situation, because as much as I'm not in the position, if I was in the position, I would want to take the baby. But I'm just not in the position. And the thing about it too is like for me to have gotten the baby, I probably would have to lie, and I don't want to do that because the way the social worker make it seem hard. Like if you're not immediate family, you have to go through all of the processes, and it still would have take some time. But I'm not in the position. I was not in the position, so I could not take her baby for those who ask, because there are persons who have actually called and asked. You can't take the baby mission. No, I could not. I just was not in the position. And I really don't want to, I didn't want to also take on the burden of taking in someone's child and then later on down the road there are issues with, especially with Peter Gay's mother who is a tyrant. She's very troublesome. I didn't want that. Because, she's the type of person who will say, oh, yeah, take people, baby, and yeah, get whole heap of people and send you money from foreign and this and that. And me, if you have the baby, and even though she didn't want, I know how those persons are. So I also didn't want to go through that. I couldn't bring my family to go through that. My husband, nor my daughter, nor myself. So I didn't want to, you know, but I really wish things were different for the baby because the baby nice, baby sweet, nice baby. Nice, nice little girl. It's a girl, by the way, for those who don't know. Beautiful little girl. And guys, I think one of the most touching things is how Peter Gay delivered the baby at home by herself. I guess you guys not even did know that. She actually gave birth on her own. Can you imagine? It's our very first time having a baby. She has mental issues, but yet still she was able to deliver the baby safely without the help of nobody, only the Most High was there with her. And yeah, the story of how she gave her. Wow. When I asked her, I said, then Peter Gay, how you know what to do? How? She said, Mission, me I know must God, cause me I know me just have the baby and the baby just fly out. She said, me start feel the pain and the baby just come right out. And then they called the nurse. There's a nurse in the area. Miss Doreen, they call her. Miss Doreen called the nurse, and she and the nurse went down there, and then the nurse took her to the hospital. And then afterwards, I know the nurse cut the baby navel string, clean up the baby, took her, clean her up, help her to. I think Tita Gay said she delivered the afterbirth by herself, and then they took them both to the hospital, and when they went to the hospital, do all the tests, they both got a clean bill of health. So, soon after Peter Gay came out, but they kept the baby because they said mentally she wasn't able. So then that's when the social workers started to come and visit, question people and stuff like that. But yeah, God works in mysterious ways because a whole heap of people, have trying to in labor, trying to give birth and then baby not make it. And it's not the first or the second or the third child. And this young lady appear first, she don't have no help. Nobody to tell her what to do and see how God work. Yep, all by herself. All by her. She did. And it just touching because anytime I bring up the baby, her face just change. She just get mad and upset. So I know that she would want to at least be able to see the baby. But I guess maybe I don't know, because them not explain it to me, but me in myself I think that it's because they don't want her to grow too attached to the baby and then one next family get the baby and she can't get to see the baby no more. I know people asking about the baby father, but for now I cannot speak about that because I don't really know the facts. But I have an idea, but I don't know the fact. Hold on, guys, hold on. Yeah, I'm back. No, oh, they're there. They're still at the house. They're still at the house, but she told me that her brother not going to school because she said that he's buying him trucks because he likes trucks. So I don't know, because the last time he told me that he was living with his mother now and he's living from his mother house to go to school. Then when I came back, I heard that he's no longer with the mother. He's just at home, not going to school. But I don't really think that that school makes any sense. I think he would have to, if he's at that school and they don't have special ed at that school, he would have to have a trained teacher because Jordan is way, 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 way behind. So I think it's either he would have to go to a school where it could be um, special, like somebody with special training and special ed training could teach him to bring him back up to speed. Because when I tell you he's way behind, he's way behind. I tell you that the teacher tell me, say, if him come to school today and you show him A, B, C, D, and he can identify A, B, C to D, if he miss one day and come and he goes back the next day after, he's saying the D is a A and the C is a E or the B is a. So yeah. The social worker makes a decision based on assessment of the matter. I am not in Jamaica, but I think, uh, I mean, psychological. It is the it is best that she does not visit this. Um, it seems like that's why, because they're not really giving me any information, but I think basically that is what's going on. Yeah. No, because you know what? When the social worker questioned her about the topic of the baby's father, she said she was not sure at the time. But when the social worker got information from the community and did their investigation, I don't know what happened after, but that's all I know. Yeah, and let me tell you something, Muriel. It's not even as if them not have any support, as I tell you that the community has been extremely supportive to them, and he has some family overseas who weren't close until he became a part of the program and stuff like that, and they are very them help Mr. Graham a lot, and they also help with the kids a lot. So it's not like they don't have support, and it's been a while since I have gone to them, and they've been doing okay because I know the facts. I know what's going on. So he has a brother he wasn't close to. He and the brother weren't on speaking terms, rather. Not that they weren't close, but they weren't on speaking terms. And then after the program, they got close. I know that his brother sent him money every month. I know that his cousin still sends him stuff. I know that he has persons in the community, because that community is actually one of the communities in St. Elizabeth where you can say have wealth. You have some money people there. So the people, they bring stuff for him all the time, like weekly. I know for a fact that there's this lady there. Um, I think her name is Karen or something like that. But she loves Jordan with a passion, and she every week she brings snacks to Jordan. Sometimes Jordan is down by her house for a week or so, because she used to help with him, and then she realized the father not interested for the little boy go to school, and as I said, I guess they kind of figure out that this school not really helping because he needs to be in special. So I guess that's it. I know that she bought him a tablet, two tablets, and she bought him a bicycle. He bought him a bicycle. After the bicycle, I gave him mash up. Him buy, Mr. Graham buy him, and she buy, and I don't know. But he keeps like breaking things and pulling things apart. So I know some have some mental thing going on there that needs a lot of work. Needs special people to deal with it. And that is the thing that I don't understand, because like a lot of these social workers, they'll come in and me say then just give up on the family. That's all me can say. Because I don't understand. I don't understand. But I can tell you something, that the father used to make these threats that if nobody ever take away, because the first time, I don't know if you guys saw the first video when they were living in the shop back, and the place was a disaster zone. And when I went there, he said to me, off ear, he said to me, please no make them take away the pick them, especially Jordan, because anyhow then take away him, he might go kill himself or he might go fret to it. And that time now me I say, Lord God, nobody kill themselves, so me I say, you know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna make sure they have a safe environment, a clean environment before me even post the video. So even before I posted that very first video, I don't know if you guys remember when I did a live stream and I said, I need your help. And I said, I need beds, I need this, I need that. And I was surprised because nobody saw any video or anything. And I got so many help. I buy bed. Each one of them got their bed and their chest of drawers. They got stuff and were able to move. And it was after I moved them, I posted the video of where they were living and the condition that they were in. So and then, yeah, me get the calls. And when I get the calls, I answer the calls. And when they reach out to me and I spoke to them, I tell them the situation and I told them that um, the father said the little boy was on part, but he was no longer getting lunch at school and stuff like that. And then the lady at part was saying to me that how the part program works is that you have to be going to school consistently, because they must say there's some people who need it more than some. So they must say if the child is missing um 2 weeks out of the month, they're not supposed to miss. They say they're not supposed to miss more than 4 days out of a month. So the child have missed 2 weeks or 3 weeks out of a month. When they come back, maybe not for the first month, but it's consistently, like it keeps happening over and over. Then after a while, the PAD program is going to say, this child don't need it because their name is not being actively coming up in the system as a child. Getting lunch every day, getting lunch every day. So after a while, them just remove you because you're not attending school anymore. So you're not getting the benefit of the program. You're not using the benefit of the program. So then eventually give it to somebody else. So they were explaining to me that the child has to be coming to school often. And if they're not coming to school often, then they're no longer going to be getting that benefit. So the PART program is strict, yeah. Because this is one thing the principal was saying to me, that if the father was sending the child to school um, frequent, then he would have at least been able to know and identify the letter of the alphabet and be able to spell simple words, bat and cat and rat and those things he can't spell. But he was missing. So by the time him learn it, him not come the next day, him forget it the next day when him come. Because him might come out 2, 3 days after, or the next week. So he's not getting the consistent um, chance to learn the thing the way he's supposed to. So because of that, bad lumps and getting and melon. Yes, they have developmental delays, and their mother is kind of like that, but she have more sense because she when she ready for cuss, they're cursing not stop here. So you're asking about my farm? Yeah, so that is the issue. Jordan case look like it's more than even the social worker who has the training, who is specialized to deal with these type of cases. Look like even them don't know what to do, but the father use them like if you take him away, me I go dead than take him with this. So, as me I tell you guys, that's why I make sure I send me actually get them a different place before I posted the first video. So by the time we post the first video and then reach out to me, because me know if them not reach out to me, people are gonna call them and tell them to remove the children. So me make sure do it, and then when they call, I was able to explain because they went and visit, they went and visit, and then they said they would have. So that's why me have a call every minute because them tell me them are gonna put him back on the program. And it never did that happen. Once on top a month. And the funny thing is that even when Mr. Graham, when the part, when they came and visited a couple times, he never tell me. And then when they put him back on it and he was receiving the part money, he didn't tell me about it. He didn't tell me that he was getting the money yet. It was one day I was there and I see this lady drive come and bring the money and I'm like, what? So yeah. Okay, Carlene, you can WhatsApp me 876-919. Oh, the time still there, man. But the other thing, we don't have nobody for work on the farm. We just can't manage it some of the times. We need a worker. But the time looks good. If you want me to do an update on the time, I can. No, I have to go call Farmer Duran because I'm supposed to go up there. I'm supposed to go up so this week. Me have even some stuff that Miss Jeannie gave me for him, and I told him that I'm coming. I'm gonna have to go tomorrow because it looks like rain gonna fall today. Because he's the only person, but me have to go pay him fare to come down, and then me have to pay him fare to go back, and then just pay him for his day work. I got and him have to take like 3 taxis to get down here. I don't know, and the thing is, they don't even have enough social workers, Elliot. They don't have enough. But yeah, I know they would have taken away the children. But Mr. The man play one emotional card for me and play one tricky card for me, Muriel. When he goes saying that killing himself if me ever make. I mean, I say, but me no want that for the bar. Me say people go kill themselves. I mean, I say if the social worker can still help, still in any way, that may I say to myself. But oh, I didn't finish the number. Sorry. 876-919-5344. 919-5344. Actually, I have to call and check on Archie because I haven't checked on him for a couple of days now. I have to call and check on him, but I think he's okay though. I think he's okay. Yeah, I think he's okay. So yes, I wanted to speak about those persons. And guys, did you see the video when I went over by Miss Phyllis and I was distributing some groceries? You know, there was this lady there. Oh my God, Leonie, Miss Leonie or Miss Leona. She was saying that she needed dentures. I watched the lady that deserve it. I think she really deserve it because that lady just, sometimes you go to places and you go and you have groceries to give people, and some of the people, it's like they behaving and talking down against some of the people them. Because me experience that a lot, and them I say, no, give that the one, not you not deserve it. But Miss Leonie, she's so helpful. I went and she'll tell you that, oh, this person really need it, man, and I like that about her. And she was helpful too, because she went and she get Mr. Tony and she was telling me, make sure you give the little boy the sausage and the what it was, cereal. So I don't know if somebody, but I tried to reach to the gentleman. I don't get back any message. I don't see any. It's like he didn't read it as yet. So I'm gonna have to send him another message because I was trying. Somebody I call and said, find out how much is it to do the dental. But um, yeah, I'm going to find that out because he's not expensive and because they're a part of my program and because my program actually gave him a lot of customers, especially from overseas. He's always giving us discounts. So why if the lady they really could have get her teeth, you know? He's not expensive. I'm going to send him another message. Let me do it the next one and see if he how much he would charge. Or maybe I'm going to have to call, but sometimes I don't like to call. I like to message people first and then call. Because sometimes I'm busy and you don't wanna, yeah. Greetings, ever blessed travel. Yeah. Oh, you think that is it Dion Elliott? Moda production asking how is Miss Marva? Miss Marva, is that Miss Marva the farmer or Marva um Dwayne's mother? Dwayne is the bun boy mother. The bun boy mother name is Marva too, and then we have Marva who is a farmer who is a part of the program as well. So which one are you speaking about? I haven't seen Dwayne in a while, so I really need to go check them. But some of the times I think it's better if them come to me because whenever I go up there, there's always one holy boy and this holy music and all kind of stuff, and then you can't really get to record. Oh, I think she's doing well because her friend who told her about my program, Miss Charmaine, is working close to where she lives, and she said they're okay. Her big daughter is working. She works at a supermarket up there in Junction, and the other daughter is still in school, but she's doing okay. She's doing okay. Anything else you guys want to ask? Anything else you want us to talk about? It is like 59, almost an hour now we're on. Yeah, I really need time now, but guess what, guys? Some of the crops them can't take too much of the water. Too much of the water no good. The drought no good and too much water no good. Calling you guys always saying these things and it sounds good, but sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough, honestly. Sometimes I feel like I'm not really even doing anything. I don't know. But I I'm trying to fulfill my purpose. And I feel like your purpose is actually doing something that you're not getting paid for, but it gives you fulfillment and joy. And this gives me fulfillment and joy, and I'm not getting paid for it, but it does give me fulfillment and joy. So I guess it's my purpose, but me need to tap more into the purpose because I feel like me not doing enough. I feel like I need to do a lot more. Yeah, that's how I feel. Thank you, Moda. But truly, honestly, Moda, as I feel like we need to do a lot more. Like I need to try to come up with some other ways to do some other stuff that can help more tangible help. Like we need to have some partnership with some organization overseas who can donate like seedlings and seeds and some farm produce, some farm equipments and stuff like that to empower people more. Because even if they're not making money from it, once them can feed themselves, that counts for something by planting even a few cabbages, carrots, that's vegetable, that's food. So even if you don't have the money to go buy a dress or something, you can actually feed yourself. So I'm thinking, I'm just trying to think, trying to see how we can get some more assistance where that is concerned. I like to help people where them help actually working and it's actually paying off. And I help them, but I'm helping them to help themselves. When me used to tell Mr. Graham say if him would have planted sweet potato and he would have planted this, he said if it's even for your own yard to be able to eat, plant some vegetable, plant some callaloo. He said my back. But it wouldn't take much because him never even have to, all he had to do was to plant it, tell Jordan what to do, and Jordan would have do it because Jordan is not stupid. Him can understand. But yeah, you saw there is this gentleman, guys. I don't know if you remember this gentleman. He lives close to Maroon Town. There's the name again. Oh my god, the name is on my tongue right now. But he um he came on the program once. He wanted some chickens, and I reached out to somebody from the UK, and they gave me the chicken. And I went up there and I gave him the chicken. And this man, him also till when him a walk, him a shake, like him just a shake. And he said, this man just impressed me so much. I really have to go and revisit that gentleman and bring him along. Because him impressed me so much. The man said, as long as I am alive and I have breath and my hands, I'm able to walk, I'm able to move my hands, he said, I'm going to work. And he's like, my wife is here and my wife now work. She can't work. So I have to provide, even though I think he has a son and his son try to help out. He said, as long as I have my two hands and I can move, I am going to work. And he asked for some help in hurricane burial because the chicken them did die and he asked for I think he owed some feeding to get back some chicken, but he wanted some feeding. And he's like, Miss Shan, there's a place in my community where I can credit the chicken feed. You think you can help me to pay for the feed? And me tell him say, yes, go and go credit it. I never know when the money I come from to pay for the feed, you know. And 1 week pass, him a call me, me again, nothing. The next week him a call me, there is nothing. And then I think it's the week after me get some money and me bring it to him. And he gave me the receipt for the farm store with the, his bill with what was owed. And me give him the money, and he actually got a little bit over. So I could go back and get one more bag of feed. So yeah, I love that. I love when I help people and me actually can assist them. It work out. Because a lot of them you help them and it just like they help us, they get the help, but they're not doing anything with it. I like to see that they're doing something for themselves. Like Nancy not top burner coal. She not stop try same way with her chicken. Even the other day she had she didn't have a lot of chicken in there. I think it was 15 and she called me and she said, Shan, think I'm gonna get 120 chicken and one 10 bag of feed if you carry them. Me I burn the coal and me I make money. Yes, but everything I go back into feeding the kids and sending them to school and like in a that situation, me will help out like that because me know say she really, me tell her say she's a champion coal skill burner. Really, I try. And as you hear, she talk about in the video when I went with Archie to visit her. So as she inspired a lot of the young ladies then, and a lot of big women too, a lot of men too. Everybody kind of look up to her because she understand how to burn the coal. She knowledgeable about the burning of the coal. So it's like they always ask her, what to do to get more bags of coal out of it, this, that, and she said, because of that, a lot of the little young girl them know. And that them I do, my burning little coal still and pay them little partner, and, you know, yeah, and them I try help themselves, but some of them they don't want to do nothing. Everything you tell them, there's an excuse of why they can't do. Yeah, oh my god, I'm telling you. Sulfate. I'm just trying to remember something that I need for the time. Need some sulfate. Yeah. Oh, Shem. All right, with Shem, Shem not bad, but Shem is a man who we just a true man, a true man. But Shem not. Shem, we go work for people though, so we can't beat up on Shem. Because Shem, we go and you will weed out peanut and, we help people with them peanut wrong and him getting little money. And even though they not pay Shem good enough, then just give Shem what they want. But Shem, we still doing little thing. But when it comes to encouraging him, like me tell Shem, say me go bring him seeds and stuff like that. Shem not really interested in that part. Shem just like him, all right, I get the little whatever them give him to do the little weeding. And because he's mental, you can't like Shem is a person where you have to just make him do him when and let him be. And he's easily infiltrated, guys. Because I don't know if you remember when I was building his house, and they went to him and tell them say, we are gonna build him house. The church people them say, tell him say we are gonna build your house because they're not really good. And when hurricane come, it go blow down and this and that and Shem believe them when we go back. Shem say no bother, sister, no bother. The house have a blow down and then say them have a build the house. Ah man. Yeah, boy. I'm telling you. I don't, I'm reading this message from Doreen. I have to laugh because I remember this time. Because every time when I visit Mr. Graham, he's always been down and and his world is like everything is them all of those times. That's how he always. And then when he's walking, him always like I've been like him I got dead and stuff like that. I remember one time we go to junction, me and my husband, I always see this man, and my husband said to me, say, oh, that look like Mr. Graham. Mr. I couldn't believe people. Mr. Graham walk so fast. I said I was shocked. So I said, then, it's like, he might put on for me because I'm so strong and I walk so fast. No, and when he walk with me, he can't barely but. I tell you, I said, boy, I tell you. Hi, best day. Uh-uh. May I tell you, it's not. It's not an easy road. Ooh. Guys, I don't know if you guys remember this young girl who was on my program once. She came to my house with her two kids and Lord, and she said she needed some help because she didn't have anywhere to stay and stuff like that. And we found somewhere and we found somewhere and she was living there. There was this church in Cayman Islands who was paying her rent, giving her groceries and stuff like that, helping her with the kids to go to school. And she started to have one man come there the house. May I tell you, we go through so much. She started to have one man after she not have nobody and stuff like that. This man started sleep there and the man started sleep there and the neighbor them call me some of the time. Most of the times me the far out when them call me. I say, Miss Shan, come look here. The house will not pay rent for the man come there, this and that, and she come out in a batty rider, short, and all kind of stuff and dip on grass. Like, I don't know. That woman is mental. But anyways, it's like every time cause those times, she used to get a lot. When I say a lot, I get a lot of fully packed clothes, fully packed food. And as me tell you, the pastor was paying for rent for her. And him pay like 6 months rent in advance. I remember for it. And the lady there and the lady she used to come at the house every day, every single day she did, and she come and knock my window. And I was, me say the woman just let me just never want to. She's one of the persons that want to stop because it was so aggravating. I didn't get a chance. Every day, every day she come, she have an extra. She want money for something else. There's something happened. Oh my God. And then it's like just like she had this negative energy and the spirit. And one day she come to here, and I don't know if she did want me afraid of her or something. And she started telling me say how she used to believe in a Illuminati and all kind of things, and she was in a cult and I said, look like someone want me afraid of her now or something. So I say, lady, you know, say, tell me them thing, you just have to turn me from you and me just have to drop you because I don't want no negative spirit around my family, around me, around my house. The lady started telling me, say, oh, she used to in a cult and oh, she reached one high level in there and she does sacrifice her daughter. And the day when she go, them time then, I remember, mind you, I thought she only had two kids. Then me get to find out she have 5 children she have and government take two. One of them did run away and one still in a home. And I don't remember, I think the father had one of them. So she only had those two that she came to my house with. Guys, I don't know if you remember this man. And tell us she have one spirit. Every time she come at me, I is like my spirit just get crossed. And she used to come there. When me say every day, every single day. That she can't come back at my house, man. That was then. But me just I tell you. some things I'm go through. And the lady I tell me about, oh, she in a this occult, and she did reach this level where she had thought, oh, she can do things and she can make people dead. And but me I say, it's like she that try make me get scared. You know, if you give her things and her force people hands or beg people more or something for her. You know? So me I say, oh yeah, and then now she started telling me about her big daughter, how she da go sacrifice her and the day when she did sacrifice her. And I remember how she said her and the daughter did run away. And then she did government did have her and she run away from the government school and all kind of things. But she just tell me, say, oh, she powerful and rare. So I'm saying to myself, so if you're that powerful, then how comes your life is in such a shambles where you need my help? The powers then where you have now work for you, you need a different power. By the way, at this point, she said she did baptize in a 7-day church and say sometimes the people them would give her, uh, used to give her little things and stuff and rare and whatever. But I think she was trying to scare me, but she never scared me. I just know I'm them the negative energy around me. Mm-hmm. And then like people used to send her stuff and things, and then when we started say, you know what, I don't want anything to do with her anymore. Especially when her daughter is very light. Daughter lie bad. Daughter life and the man where we rent them the house in life and other female and she lied on me. And she get caught red-handed when the man record her and show me the recording and the mother never know what to say more than she sorry. Because the little girl very lie. And I remember one time my daughter birthday, I invite. And the little girl, I tell her mother, say, oh, me come up to her and I tell her beer bad things about her mother. And I tell her, say her mother no good. And her mother got dead. And her mother this. And me, I said, this little girl just probably did about 9, 10. What the little girl have in a fear head? Fear think them kind of something. She just make up them kind of things from people and tell other people like it is so true. The way how she tell her mother. Her mother come and say, Shan, what you mean to go to my daughter and I tell Mr. Lady, I have sense. Me look like an idiot. Me look like the type of somebody where I go to one little picking and I go tell them say this and that and foolishness where your daughter tell you say. So that did just turn me off and then I was saying it to a donor, me I explain it to the donor self, explain everything and why I wanted nothing to do with the family anymore. But the donor did upset with me. I said, oh, me if you give her a chance and give them a second chance. But she didn't understand what I was battling with. She thinks that it is just so. Do you know how it feels to be in her bed and hear people come knock on your window where you're not used to? And I said, Mission, it's a money we didn't want to know. Cause me kind of run down. And when you go there, all you see one bag of KFC, something, and all kind of something she buy foolishness, pizza, and this and be a big life she want to live. So sometimes some of the donors, they just don't understand them, don't get it some of the time. Because me did feel how you said that donor, they did feel like they, oh, we should have just look over it because it is a child and really. I didn't want to look over it. And I'm glad I didn't look over it because God know what else the little brother would have make up on me and tell other people, not just him mother. And then look after that you hear say a police are coming me. I come and say, no, no, that was it. I'm cutting them off. So yeah, it's like it's a whole lot. But some of the time I tell some just I prefer to just keep it down and so sometimes you know see people back on the program, trust me, I will leave. If you go really go back into something, it's a whole lot. Yeah. All right, look here, guys. We have this gentleman come on the program. He's a pineapple farmer. I have one like that. And they showed their so-called house that they were living. And we said we did so get I was so emotionally attached because I was so inspired at the same time. Say, even though I have one leg, him do all this pineapple farming and everything, but I was still wondering how comes there is nothing yet to show. Anyways, I got some help and yeah, we were about to start his house and everything, and then lo and behold, I went there one day, drop off some materials, and I was coming back, and it come like a God. One person stopped me, and the person I said them want some help and stuff like that. And I say, when you help people, you have to investigate, because some of them people that just want to use you to get where they want, they don't really need help. But I said, I don't know, but anyways, one next time after that, I go back and there was, I think his brother was, yeah, was his brother or his cousin? I think it's his cousin. And the cousin I said, well, he would have want some help, so he would have want some help, but him not tell no lie like certain people. I said, what you mean by that? But it's like my husband always feel like something was off, especially with his daughter, you know? I said, we just always feel like something off. Anyway, push come to shove, and end of the day, and I like say him never have no way, but Indy just want have one place and the property where he could have sleep. Indy just want to build one place for the property, could have sleep and watch the farm. But you see, if him did even say that, more don't feel as bad enough. But the man say he not have no way, and this so they have to sleep, and this so they live, and this so they eat. When he knows that he just want help to build one place and the property where him could have stay and watching things, especially when it's reaping season and stuff like that. Because of that him did really want to do. But the man tell me saying I have no way to live by yesterday and live on a yesterday have to deal, and he want the house and he want furniture. Then he was telling me the story of the I think it was a Roman Catholic priest who came and was gonna help, and then people tell him things and him no bother. But he wasn't telling the truth about why the man never bothered. The man never bothered because he actually did what he did to me. He lied. He told the man say him no have no house, he no live nowhere, and the same live when him actually have a house, but he just want one place to build on the farm. So those are some of the things when me go through. So anyways, I was explaining it to some of the donors. I never come out public and speak about it. Not just never see the one-legged kind of a farmer program. And anyways, there was a donor who I was telling about it and stuff like that. And the donor said, well, you should have go back for the material, they might give somebody when needed. But him did already use it because him fix up the place, him fix up, you know, which part him want to fix up on the place when did a show stand that's how him live. And his daughter was so lie, straight face company that say, oh, this the daddy live and this when she knew it was a lie. Mind you, true or lie, persons call me and tell me that this man actually have a two-story house. I don't know if him have a two-story house, but me know him have a house. I know that for a fact. I mean, I say, what? And this man really come and so people no understand the extent of some of the things. And because if my dad show everything, things about that over 100,000 views, but I don't like drama. A lot of people strive off drama, and that's why they show every single little thing we go wrong with this do and them come and then cuss and then cuss out people and then do because they know that Jamaican people like to watch not just Jamaican people who just love drama. So they don't love watch them the video with the posting and the this and the mix up and the, but I don't. I mean, I'm gonna do something, even if I not make dollar off of the video, then me not go do it. So that's why I don't bring these things on because if I was to, every day there would be a drama and Shan Zenzen. It would just be all drama. And even if I was to even with Peter J. Jordan and their father story, if even if I was to um video some of the other things that happen and speak about some of the other things, then I tell you. it would have be pure drama. You would have see the videos, they might get thousands of views. But me no want that, because me no want people go back and say, ah, you remember Shan Zenzen? Mama, you go over Shan Zenzen, you see what going on over there. Like how sometimes some people do with other channel. You know, see the mix up. Man, me did most no. Yeah, yeah. I don't like drama. So I just don't know with them and just now go back. And when people ask, like, yeah, that was what happened. So that is it, guys. Me go through a lot from the program. You know, it's still a one. But me realize that me not do the right thing, which the right thing is to just do what I know I can do, which is get some more inspirational story. Still help people, you know, but still get some other inspirational story, inspire them too. Because people are inspired by other persons. So if me have some person on the program where they just sit down and just yeah, and I find somebody who is inspiring, who have a story to share, who me can draft for them video one at the time and say, look here, look on the man here. You know, say I'm blind and in my farm, look there, look how much farming in my go on with. And the person can look into themselves and say, man, I mean they are complain and me can see good and me capable. Me have two hand and two foot and good eyesight. You know, so me go do more of them inspirational video inspired. Uh, like when them see I just like when them see people I get things like I remember one time somebody called me need help and I wasn't able to go to them the time. I was helping the single father to and this good and the person called me and said, Mission, how make people I give them things so every minute they get food, every minute they get money, every minute they get clothes. Yeah, man, me could have do well with some of that too. Man, I, it's yeah, like them just sit down and watch those things. I didn't hear them say, oh man, if we did get some of their money, they would have plant one quarter acre melon or sitting there, would have to do something. Them just want to come on to and get things. So yeah, yeah. Hi from St. Lucia, Barbara. Me have to go link up some people, you know. Me have to go get some connection in each one of them country, you know. Barbara, link me on the WhatsApp, 876-919-5344. Me need some connection in St. Lucia. Me need one connection. Me have my connection not Trinidad. Me have my connection not Tobago. Me need a connection in St. Vincent, one in Grenada. Me need one connection in Barbados. So if you are watch for any one of them country, the link be 876-919-5344. I have something planned. Just waiting on some things to come in. Guys, I never see something hurt myself more than how some like it's just how people have a different like people think like some people actually think I'm original. You know that one lady, one donor said to me one time she was sending something and I asked her um for a thing. It wasn't anything big and she said, well, I think you were rich. I'm like, what? Which part of me for rich? Where me get riches from? You say me I get millions of views on YouTube. So like people have like the wrong idea about me. I live in St. Park, French speaking. Yeah, Marjorie, but isn't it like $1 million to come over there so ticket them expensive to come there? May I understand how CARICOM work, you know? Because isn't that supposed to be a CARICOM country, island? May not understand how the ticket them so dear if you visit the CARICOM country. You think them should have just be 100 US flat. Them if you have like a flat rate travel, any Caribbean country, it's 100 US. My God. Hi, thanks for asking, Nadia. Make kind of better, you know. Wasn't so hot because the rain will fall for me, fall out with me, but yeah, um, I'm not bad, not bad at all. Tell me, Marjorie, how much you come there? Yeah, I've been drinking those herbal teas. I've been doing the do. I've been trying to rest. But me I tell you, say the insurance company, guys, the insurance company just a hold me hand and a draw me up. Them just attempt me to get crazy. 1 year and what? Me see May, June, July, August, September, October. 1 year and 5 months. Them a draw me out. Them a draw me out. Oh, yeah, me people. So you see this room, you know, this is upstairs. It's not finished yet, but it's upstairs. Because remember, I told you guys that downstairs is going to be the Airbnb, and Miss Jeannie is gonna come stay with me. Miss Jeannie and my friend True. True is coming. True says she have to be the first one to stay at the Airbnb. And my family from Canada. What's she name then? She have a YouTube channel, Maisie's Kitchen, coming down to stay with our family once the Airbnb done. I wish I had the space. Yeah, wait. Oh my God. It'll take long, but 614 euro. Mm, mm, yeah, that's so true, Nadia. So true. Remember when, as you talk about the healthcare system, remember when my mom went to do her brain surgery in Miami Neuroscience Center at Larkin. This was about 2018. And when she go, because she did sign up for this government thing, I forgot what they call it, but it was some kind of social thing that's supposed to help when you have like major surgery. And because my mother did the pampas at the time, she was eligible to get some help towards the surgery. And it was going on 6 months after we sending, I mean, sign up the form and sending the document and to apply for it and take it. I was the one who actually take it. When you hear my mother tell us that she'd like to be for her and take her to place because me and the one with hands on, I got get this thing done. Others will help in their way and talk about it, but me and the one actually have go do everything. Me go make sure it's done. So I took it to Kingston and Ministry of, I think it's Social Security. But I'm the one who took it to Kingston and we take it and with it, everything, fill out everything. When them reach out to me, they said they would get back to us in 2 to 3 months. Now hear nothing from them 6 months past, reach back out to them. Now hear nothing and the time I get it a draw out. So anyways, she got to go to Florida and do this surgery. Because it's called a gamma knife radio surgery. So when them do the surgery and everything and she come back to Jamaica, she reached back out to them and she said, you know, they asked her if she got to do the surgery. And she said, yeah, she do the surgery, but she still have medication where she have to buy, and the medication expensive. Even the first set of medication that she bought after she did the surgery, because me and her go to the pharmacy. Me go out, can remember the rain a fall hard in Miami. And me run go out in the rain, the umbrella where the man give me to use, that even that work good because them have somebody that come pick you up from where you're staying, because we're staying at the Airbnb. So they have somebody come pick you up from where you're staying and take you to the hospital. Anytime you have to, so you have to, we went there like 2 times before the actual she do the surgery. So them have a driver. So the driver now supposed to take you to the pharmacy and then bring you back to your where you stay. And the man give me a little umbrella, the wind just split up the umbrella, crush you up like paper, wet up, going to the pharmacy and when we fill the prescription, it was almost 50 US. I was like, Jesus. So that prescription had to, she have to continue it here. So that we have continue. So my mother I tell them, but she have prescription to fill and stuff, even though she do the surgery already, so she still would want to help, even if she don't get the full money, you know. And I tell her, I say, no, they said they would get back to her, and they never get back to her. And then after that, me email them, me not hear them, me I call them, me not hear nothing. Yeah, so that's how it is. So good morning, Everett James. Let's see. St. Martin, 20 Jamaicans live there. So I'm go to St. Martin, me can take ferry. How much is it from St. Martin and the ferry to get over there? No, me never go St. Lucia. Me go whole heap of other country, but not St. Lucia. Hello, Colette Rodney. Rodney is my brother's first name, your last name. No, me never been to St. Lucia, but me know say me really want to. And St. Vincent. Been to St. Martin though. Been to BVI, the British Virgin Islands. Tartola. Yeah. Been to Curacao, been to Trinidad, and been to Barbados, been to lived in Suriname. Yeah. Okay, that's not bad, Marjorie. That's not bad at all. Me really want to go back to Suriname though. Cause you know what I would want to go there to do? I would like to go back and go back to where I was living at the down at Latour. I would want to go there. I lived in Latour and I lived in Winterwise here. So I would like to go there and show you guys where I used to live. And some of the people, them, I think they're still there who know me from that time. I would like you guys to see them, and then I would like to take you guys in the bush part, cause them actually have they have they have a community that they call Mama Juka. Like me get tricked with the name, the Mama Juka. But the Mama Juka is like one of the it's like a maroon community, like Maroon Town or a compound. Like the people that live there, they're very culture oriented. The woman them they no wear bra. Literally them a walk up and down with them titties at house outside, out the door. And them eat like the wild animals, like the wild boars and them something them to eat, them hunt and eat. And it's I like their culture though. It's very it's different. It's different. Yeah. Me can't wait to go back there. Me honestly really want to go back there because you guys would like, especially the food there, guys. And they them have one thing where them call sopopo. It's like bitter melon. But the way them cook it, it's not so bitter. It just tastes nice. And you just want to eat more and more and more. And you just clean your when you eat it, just clean your body, your skin start look different, your face look different, you know? But um yeah, so they never eat. They never have a meal without having the support at the side. Like them have to have the support. And then the rice, the way they eat rice, as some of the Americans like, especially quote unquote white people them, um a lot of them they eat they have the rice like that. Like them eat the rice, them put this rice in the soup and eat it. That's how they eat the rice. And me never like it. I say, I don't like it. Every time them force my baby, I say, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Yes, it's good. That's why I want to go back there. And I want to go back there, especially because me used to them there and used to the place that me know exactly where to drive go. Because we used to drive when we were over there, so we know exactly where to go, we know down, to go downtown, and the I love SU sign. Yeah, we know the places them a Parmara book we go, we know all of the hotels, we know the gentleman that you guys saw and Woody Meyer that he interviewed the vice president. I know him personally. My husband used to work in his gold mine. So we know a lot of people over there and we know a lot of places. Or just like to go there and take it. And the culture, the way how them speak, they have this they have many different languages. But them speak is a Dutch speaking country, but them have like um how in Jamaica we talk with patois, them have languages like Saramaka, Joka, um uh Taki no, Taki Taki is like what I know a little bit of. So when we go over there, you will hear me talk Taki and I say, oh my God, you can't talk like that. But me can't talk a lot of it. But me understand. If them are talking to me, me understand everything them are saying, me just can't talk it like fluent. Like my husband, he's very bilingual. He can speak many different languages and you just need to talk to him in the language one time and he catch on quick. So him can talk like all of them language over there fluently. But me know me only can say one or two something. So we can say like the basic things them what we need, like the rice of flour, the sugar, whatever saying hello. Then me know if to say. And if they ask me one question, more understand them, but me not really know how to answer them back. Yeah. But yeah, we can say a couple things. So yeah, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice to go back and in the taxi. When Azenia was 4 to 5 months, going on 6 months, me take her over there because she was she's half Surinamese, half Jamaican. She made in Suriname but born in Jamaica. So when she go over there when she 5 months, she um it's like she just understood the culture. She understand when people what they were saying to her. So when why you laughing, Nadia? So when she went back over there, I think I stayed there when she 5 months, we stay like 6 months, then come back to Jamaica. Hi Hyacinth Smith. Then she go back over there when she 1 year or almost 1 year. She almost 1 year. And me say, because she always hear me calling on the phone, like sometimes I will order food or anything more, I will order. So she will hear me call and I always say, do you speak English? So she took up the phone. She never 1 year. She took up the phone, remember. She's like, hello, do you speak English? Yeah, this is the thing. I'm just laugh, laugh. Oh my gosh, that was smart. And at the time we were staying in Latwood and at this apartment here. But one thing with certain people, you have to be careful in their handles at plate. Like, remember me I go to supermarket, obviously people like them put money in the way for you to take up. Make you go touch that money and see what happened to your hand. Them do some things, they're not like them way they may not too like that part. But otherwise, you have some very nice people there, and the food, as me say, them food just different. And I like the culture. But the part of the culture they would me not like. Some people over there like them hand not so clean. But anyway, as me start see some funny things start happen, me just tell my husband, we call him there in the jungle, in the Amazon, or in a gold mine, because me go move from this apartment, because I don't like the feeling that I'm getting here. And in call when I'm friend and move, go to a different called Winty White. And it was nice. And then we get to work and I was babysitting this girl who robbed me. And our nephew come there one day and she had a little baby boy. So I used to look after her baby boy and her daughter. Me have to bathe them, cook for them, look after a little girl, get her ready for school, and then go out of the road in the evening with the baby boy by my side and me have a zing and go wait for the bus, drop off her daughter and pick her up and bring her in. And she come home, pull off, make sure say she did, and feed her, feed the little boy. And one day, oh, that day was my day off. So our nephew come over and I was doing something in the room that I was staying in. And then nephew have the little boy and there's a long stairs, like a long stairway to go up to where their house, the apartment. And they always have this gate lock the gate at the front to step down to the stairs. As Mr. says, a long stairs. And for some reason, may I tell you, for some reason, the boy come up and never lock back the gate. And me in the room, and me could hear a boom, 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 boof. Not a little baby boy drop down the stairs. Give me Jesus Christ, I'm not going to me. We just start thinking all kind of stuff. But thank God, there were witnesses. And the guy start thanking us. Never remember feel up about this something man very rare. I'm run with him to the hospital, thank God. He did have him brain did swell, but he never get really well at the time he never see any damage. But me I tell you I said, Jesus peace, me did frightened. Cause all me I said them I go say. I mean and remember saying on me the day and me yeah, me live over there, but I don't like me have no residence there. So we just afraid. Me I worried, but I was happy that it worked out the way it did, that they were witnesses and we never get in no trouble. But it did scare, but it's scary. Suriname is one of the places that I say, if I didn't live in Jamaica, I would have lived, because aside from that part when we tell something that you like, it was nice there. It was nice. Yeah. And the apartments there, like the rent wasn't so expensive. Unless you want to move to an expensive neighborhood, the apartments are affordable. And it was clean and you have everything to your convenience. You have your kitchen, you have a bathroom, and everything was nice. Yeah. But it's to travel back and forth like this from Suriname to Jamaica is fast. Like you'll probably have to buy a one-way ticket and then buy the ticket, make some money and then buy back there. It's like 1400 US and one way is like 900 US and the money. And even 2000 US. I don't know why it's so expensive, but Suriname. But I guarantee you when I go back there, it's going to be nice because we know all of the places to take you to all of the spots, all of the nice spots that we know them. The only thing I don't like there is the sea, the beach, the water black. It's not beautiful and blue like our water, it's just black. And it look like you're not supposed to, your body not supposed to in there. But a lot of people go to the beach, and when you go to the beach, people just women. I don't want the water. I'm sorry. By the pool, you know, like the water column. You don't know what in there, and it's like you know what, like I feel like there are creatures in there that are gonna just pop up by you and scare you. But anyway, guys, nice talking to everybody here. All right, I'm gonna leave you guys now. So thank you guys so much for watching and thanks for making it Shan Zenzen Jamaican vibe. Until next time, work good and look out for your new year. Bye. Bye bye. Adios.